Hello world, this is Wolfstar Games, and welcome back to more Robotics Notes Elite. Last time, the expo got underway, and we got off to a little bit of a rocky start, but things kind of ironed out a little bit, and things are back to being a little rocky. And before we left things off last time, Misa-ne showed up, and we're kind of chasing after her, so maybe we can catch up with her. I guess we'll see here. Eyewitnesses in the staff area say they saw Misa-ne in the corridor. The staff area corridor is off limits for general visitors, so there's nobody inside. Considering the only thing that separates it and tens of thousands of people is a single wall. The corridor itself is silent. Creepily so. But that's convenient for us. It is? We're able to spot Misa-ne from afar. Oh, alright. There's only one person other than us in here. That's right. She's right there. She has a sense of elegance to her even in the way that she walks. Her back is perfectly straight, like she's filled with confidence. There's no way me or Akiho would ever mistake her for anyone else. Nothing has changed since we last saw her on Tanegashima 7 years ago. 7 years, that's a long time to last see someone. We actually caught up with her. Interesting suit. Yeah, it really does look like she's wearing like a full-bodied hug. Doesn't it?
Misa-ne!
I too loudly yell out to her, following after Akiho. After hearing our voices, she slowly turns around. Hi. You have anything to say? Misa-ne is dressed in a tight white suit for use with a hug. It's the very same one she wears in the a.k.a. commercials. Oh, right. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that a.k.a. commercial at the very beginning of the game. The suit clearly exposes her natural body lines. It's kind of sexy, I gotta admit. The way she was walking alone down the corridor, helmet under her arm, looked like it could have been a movie scene. From a sci-fi movie, yeah. Like maybe like Blade Runner. We're finally all together. Finally. Or maybe more so like Tron, maybe. It's been 7 long years since the day we said our goodbyes at the Tanegashima airport. The only contact I've had with her since then is when she called me last summer. Yeah, and Kaito never told Akiho about that. And now that very same Misa-ne is standing in front of me. The same one that never returned to Tanegashima. They really do look like each other now that you see them side by side. Akiho hasn't spoken to her in 7 years. Just too damn long. I'm sure this reunion is especially important to her. I honestly figured she'd run over and hug Misa-ne. But Akiho does nothing. Maybe she's nervous. She shouldn't be nervous. I mean, it's her sister. Why would you be nervous around family? Oh, and since the two of us dashed over here, we're both out of breath. Given our attacks, neither of us can do much exercise. Yeah. The both of us stop in front of Misa-ne, breathing heavily. The whole time, she just looks at us. She doesn't say a word. Come on, say something, Misa-ne. Say something to your little sister. All three of us are just looking at each other in silence. Akio is the first one to break the silence. Yeah, seriously. Akio is clearly very emotional right now. Yeah. She's looking at Misa-ne as though she were an actual star, her eyes filled with tears. Yeah, it's really her, Akio. That was a little giggle. Are you glad to see your sister? That is a little bit of a weird thing to ask. I mean, given how long it has been, even though that it has been so long, Misa-ne should recognize her. Oh, they did. Maybe Akiho and Misa-ne should talk alone. Maybe Kaito should leave for a little bit, come back a little later.
Aki-chan, 俺がいること忘れてない?
It's all good, Akiho. It's like they are childhood friends after all. And not to mention, they've now slept together in the same hotel bed. The conversation ends there. Misa-ne still hasn't said a word. She's been quietly listening to Akiho talk with a kind-looking smile on her face. She doesn't try to say anything. Cat got your tongue, Misa-ne? Come on, say something. Her eyes are glued to Akiho, just like examining her. It appears as though she's giving her full attention. But why isn't she saying anything? Yeah. Like, come on. And why is she treating me like air? Given the little confrontation they had over the phone quite a while back, I can see why she would just kind of ignore Kaito. Just a little bit, anyway. She won't even make eye contact with me. This is mean, even for her. Is this her sadistic idea of a reunion? Is she teasing me again? I don't think so. I hate this. I'm too old to let her get the best of me like that. I mean... even though that he's older, anyone older than him, especially someone who's known him well, like Misa-ne, will always give him a little bit of a hard time. But fine, I'll talk to her then.
Misa-ne.
Aki.
I just happened to speak at the same time that Misa-ne voices Akiho's name. Crap, what awful timing. Timing's everything. Fine, I guess I'll shut up for now.
大きくなったわね。
That brief comment is enough to wash away all the uncertainty from Akio's face and put a smile in its place. It's like they seriously need to like sit down and just talk. You know, forever how long? You know, just to catch up on everything.
あのね、お姉ちゃんに話したいこといっぱいあるんだよ。
Too much to talk about just standing here. It's like, let's all go grab like some dinner or something.
いっぱいあるけど、あるんだけど、何よりもまず一番に伝えたいことがあって、お姉ちゃんが作ったロボ部がね、ここまで来たの。万博っていう世界最高の舞台にたどり着いたの。直前でロボ部自体はなくなっちゃったけど、うちらが出展したロボはお姉ちゃんが設計した頑張れるじゃないけど、それでもね、中種ロボ部イズムはずっとちゃんと受け継がれてる。お姉ちゃんが島を出た7年前から今ここにいるうちとカイの代までちゃんと受け継がれてるから。うちとカイとロボ部の歴代の部員のみんなと他にもいろんな人の協力があってここまで運んできたから。だからねえお姉ちゃん、うちらのロボット少しでもいいから見ていってくれると嬉しいな。
I bet Misa-ne would be rather impressed with the robot that got us into the expo. It is, especially with how fluid it moves, given, you know, the combined efforts of Doc, Frau, Juna, you know, everyone involved in the robot club, really. So I think she would be quite impressed.
Aki.
Is that all you can say, Misa-ne? Just Akio's name?
父さんと母さんは元気？
I'm sure they're doing well. I mean, we've only ever met their dad in the flesh, never their mom. So we know their dad is doing well.
お父さんなんか久々のロケット打ち上げが決まってすごく張り切ってるよ。
I'm getting impatient. I just want Akio to wrap things up soon. With Misa-ne right in front of me, I'm overflowing with things I want to say. It feels like I'm drowning in these feelings and won't be able to say anything. But regardless, there's one thing I absolutely have to tell her. And I take it it's Kimijima related, and that that's something that Akiho shouldn't be in the vicinity of to talk about. Just the one, no matter what.
ミサネ、
I half forcefully butt into the conversation.
俺、水香さんから伝言を預かってるんだ。
Oh, no, it's right. It's Mizuka's message. My voice feels hoarse. I feel it throbbing deep inside my chest. Like his heart is gonna just burst out of him. I still haven't managed to get over it. No, it's not the sort of thing that should be so easily overcome and forgotten. Yeah. Misa-ne doesn't even attempt to look at me. It's like, Misa-ne, look at me! Come on! I'm worried that she doesn't see me. It's like she sees him, but she doesn't.
水香さんがミサ姉に会ったら伝えてくれって亡くなる直前にこう言ったんだ。ハグをプレゼントしてくれてありがとう。そのおかげで事故前と変わらない生活を送れたから感謝してるって。
I know I'm not reading the room. I know this isn't the right time. Not really, no. We've been waiting for this moment for years. I'm throwing cold water on that and making things awkward for everyone. I'm sorry, Akiho. But I had to get this out now. I mean, I can understand his need to tell her now, but yeah, it just kind of puts a damper on this reunion.
ミサね、俺さ、目の前にいたのに、水香さんのこと。
アキ。
Misa-ne abruptly interrupts me. Misa-ne still has that smile on her face. I'm confused.
進路は決まったの
And she hasn't. Wait, what? What's going on? Wait. Is this not actually Misa-ne? Is this like... Is this a robot of her? A robot with, like, her memories in her? I mean, I feel like that could possibly be a possibility. I don't get what's going on. What is Misa-ne saying? Huh? My brain refuses to understand. Why did she just ignore me? I don't care if she literally ignores me. It sucks, but maybe she's just on edge because she has a demonstration coming up. I don't know, maybe it's not a robot of Misa-ne. Maybe she's just trying to keep things kind of formal. But those were Mizuka-san's final words. That's the one thing I didn't want her to ignore. Misa-ne would never do that. Mizuka-san was her best friend. She'd never do that. Has she changed? All the bits of info I've gathered up until now, all the delusions, they all start to bubble to the surface.
お姉ちゃん
なあ、ミサね。
Something definitely feels off.
水香さんの最後の言葉だけはちゃんと聞いてくれよ。
I say to her expectantly. Look at me, Misa-ne. You need to accept Mizuka-san's words.
なんでこっちを見てくれないわけ？ミサネ！
見つけたぞ。
Is Sawada? Suddenly, a man's voice echoes in the corridor. Yeah, Sawada. Oh, God. Why is he pointing a gun at us? What's going on here? Before we realize it, a single man is standing apart from us and pointing a handgun in our direction.
あれって銃？
あいつ。
I remember that man's face. Now, from that press conference. I saw him with Misa-ne on the news before. I think he's Misa-ne's boss.
沢田君。
Sawada Toshiyuki. A man connected to the Tavistock Institute. Seeing how he's pointing a gun at us, he must be trying to erase us. I glance at Misa-ne to check her expression, but... and there's that giggle again. Why is she giggling at this moment? She's not even looking at him. And not just Sawada, she isn't looking at me or even at Akiho anymore. Her gaze is fixed in another direction, and despite the situation, she still has that calm smile on her face. How is she so calm and composed right now? Is she okay with me or Akio getting killed? Or is she in on all of this? I mean, she does work for Sawada.
動くな。手を上げろ。
カイ、お姉ちゃん。
Oh boy. Sawada holds the gun with both hands and carefully shuffles toward us. I feel like reality has suddenly vanished. Just moments ago, we were celebrating our reunion with Misa-ne. But now my heart is falling to pieces. In the distance, I can faintly hear the various booth companions explaining their robots. The hustle and bustle of people, the jovial background noise. It's like another world over there. Am I really still in the expo arena?
手を上げろと言っている。
I am! Akio looks like she's about to cry as she raises her hands. I bite my lip and do as told. The fact that this guy is Misa-ne's boss means, well, it means my delusions aren't delusions. They're reality. Very much so. All the things I'd heard up until now.
もしこれ以上関わるなら、カイ、あなたはきっと後悔することになる。
It's like I remember her saying this before. Trying to get us to back off, and of course we didn't listen to her.
何にせよ、ヤシオ先輩は今かなりまずい立場にいる気がする。
And that's Frau's voice.
マスターは殺されました。
Wait. Are we getting at that Sawada killed Kimijima?
この世界はあんたらが思っている以上に醜くて汚い。
Their words echo in the back of my mind. Oh boy, things are really ramping up here. Oh my god. Was this what Mizuka-san's warning meant? I'd say part of it, yeah. Is this what she meant by ignorance is bliss? How Kimijima Ko was murdered. How Frau's mom was murdered. But was she really murdered? I mean, we haven't come across any evidence that she was murdered. Let alone Kimijima Ko, for that matter. How important people around the world, even Mizuka-san, are being killed by out-of-control hugs. Has this all been carried out by Misa-ne and her allies? If that's true, if that's really the case, I just can't.
まさか君が彼らとつながっていたとはな。
Connected to them.
まんまと出し抜かれたよ。
I want to tear at my hair. What exactly is he talking about? Didn't think you were connected to them. I mean, them could mean a couple of different things. Couple of different groups. Or a couple of different people. Who's he saying that to? It can't be Akiho. She doesn't know anything about the conspiracy. I never told her. Yeah, she's completely out of the loop. In that case, Sawada's talking to me, the one who spread the Kimijima reports around the world. But I don't understand a single bit of what he's saying.
何を企んでいる？君の本当の狙いは何だ？
I could say that I could ask you the same thing. What are you plotting? What's your true end game, huh?
答えろ、瀬宮。
Is Misa-ne going against Sawada? I mean, because he can't be talking to Akiho.
Huh?
Senomiya? Not me? There's no way he means Akiho. The only other person here with the name Senomiya is...
Aki?
I nearly jumped. It felt like my heart was about to come flying out of my mouth. Misa-ne's been completely silent since Sawada showed up, until now. And she's still smiling. She still wears that welcoming smile despite a gun being pointed at us. She stands totally calmly.
お姉ちゃん。
ロケットの打ち上げはまだ？
No. The rocket hasn't been launched yet. Not in this route. But a rocket was launched in that bad ending that we saw. Is this rocket supposed to be that rocket in the bad end as well?
Misa-ne, 何言ってんだよ!
I can't help myself. I just don't understand any of this. It's like Misa-ne is a totally different person. Like she's a robot? Maybe? Just like with just with Misa-ne's memories in it? The Misa-ne I loved and respected is no longer there. No, wait. Misa-ne here is not a robot. She's being brainwashed, isn't she? That has to be it. Sawada is her boss. He's with Tavistock. So, of course, over time, Sawada would have Misa-ne brainwashed. So, the Misa-ne we know and love is not here. Really. The Misa-ne before us is someone we don't really know because she's been brainwashed. That's a problem. Oh boy. The right stuff inside of her is gone. I don't know if my words reached her, but the smile nonetheless vanishes from her face. She turns and faces Sawada silently.
動くなと言ったはずだ。動けば撃つ。
やめて。
Sawada's gaze and gun are pointed straight at Misa-ne. Oh god. So even though that she's brainwashed, she's like, what, going against Sawada's like orders or something? Oh god. I mean, shit is really hitting the fan here. Not me, not Akiho. Misa-ne. Shouldn't he be pointing the gun at me? I mean, you'd think that he would be, given this CG, but I guess not. I'm the one who released the reports to the world. Does Sawada know that, though? The inside of my head is a mess. Both Misa-ne and this man are from the Committee of 300. They're comrades. So why? Misa-ne bends her lips slightly.
Hidden hand.
Hidden hand. The password for the Kimijima reports. Oh. Whoa. What am I looking at here exactly? Oh, it's Misa-ne. I mean, it's so blurred, and it's like giving the effect of like Misa-ne moving fast that you almost don't know what you're looking at. Those words. Misa-ne takes a single step toward the man. She makes no sound. Her movement is inhuman. Without any prep, she just suddenly starts sprinting.
動くなと。
Too late for that. I heard gunfire.
Misa-ne!
She's dead. Misa-ne is dead. She took that bullet straight on. And yet, she's still going. Misa-ne slips by Sawada as if nothing had happened.
だから当たったはず。
Are you really sure that that the bullet hit her? Did he miss? Is that even possible at point blank range? And with such firm aim? There isn't a single drop of blood on the floor. Is she okay? Wait a second. It's like, is she moving so fast that the bullet just like phased through her? You know, like the Flash? How can Misa-ne run like that without making a sound? It's thanks to the full-bodied hug, isn't it?
セノミヤ、止まれ!
It's then that Akio does something unexpected. She grabs onto Sawada's arm as he tries to shoot Misa-ne in the back.
離せ! バカ!
I instinctively leap in as well. Without thinking, I tackle Sawada from behind. Holy crap! Knocked down, the gun falls from Sawada's hands. Jesus. He tries to pick it back up, but I pull his leg from behind. I'm like on the edge of my seat right now, Jesus. He pulls me down, gets on top, and starts punching me. Ow! I cover my face with both arms and kick Sawada in the chest. I've got some distance. Without delay, I pick up the gun. Does Kaito know how to use a gun? I don't know how to use it. There's my answer. But I hold it with both hands and point it at Sawada. Still on his hands and knees, he looks up at me, frustrated. I glance around at my surroundings. There's no sight of Misa-ne anymore. Where'd she go? Akio entered the passage leading into the expo arena, chasing after her. Akio!
一体何がどうなってるんだよ!
Yeah, seriously, it's like, what? It's like, we gave chase to Misa-ne only to be thrust into a life or death situation here. My God.
セノミヤを止めろ!
Is she like going rogue?
うるさい、動くな!
Suddenly, a lonely melody resounds throughout the venue. Kagame Kagame. The moment I hear it, my hairs stand on end.
かごめかごめ.
It's just like that time. It's the same nursery rhyme that played when Mizuka-san's hug went out of control.
このままだと君島レポートの通りになるぞ.
He would know about the Kimijima reports. How many people know about the Kimijima reports exactly? What the hell is going on? Everything that happened in Tanegashima, everything happening here in Odaiba, it's all starting to connect. I have a bad feeling about this. But with Sawada glaring at me, I can't move. Akio, Oh my god. Oh. Still going. Like, just a slight pause with the Kagame Kagame melody. I can hear Kagame Kagame in the expo arena. People in the audience look down at their phone droids, wondering what's going on. Of course, everyone is confused. But I have no time for that. How can I describe what I just saw? Wearing a tight white bodysuit, just like the ones a robot pilot would wear. A robot pilot. Okay, so she was suiting up to pilot a robot. Misa makes an incredible leap the moment she exits out into the expo arena. It's a leap beyond human capabilities. Well, she has a hug on her, so I guess the hug is capable of extraordinary capabilities. So it would make her seem like she's inhuman. She probably travels around 5 meters. She glides through the air, flying toward the XK booth crowded with people. I chase after her through the aisles, desperately crying out for her to wait inside my mind. But it's too difficult to move forward. Too many people, right? The aisles are filled with people. Some are just standing there, wondering what's going on after seeing Misa fly overhead. While it's not as bad as opening day, the place is still jam-packed. I run and run and run. I bump into people. I fall over. I get up again. The cycle repeats over and over again. Things are getting really exciting here. Man, I can't reach her. I can't catch up. Just when I thought I'd finally caught up with her, just when I thought I had finally stood shoulder to shoulder with her, she slips away again. Kaito can't keep up with her. She flies past me. I reach out, but I can't touch her. My lungs hurt. He's gonna get an attack. I can't catch my breath. And of course, Akio is still chasing after her. I shout out, but my voice is drowned out by the thunderous applause. I crash into a large, well-built man and fall over onto my backside. He asks if I'm okay and offers me a hand, but I push him aside and look up. There's a large monitor attached to the venue's ceiling. The reporter who interviewed me earlier is on screen. You mean interviewed Akio? She's filming at the Exoskeleton Company booth. On screen, I see Misa swoop down. Almost like an angel. Or at least that's how I imagine her. I can't hear her voice, but I can tell that the reporter is excited. The audience mistakes her fantastical appearance as part of the demonstration. Of course. Greeting Misa with thunderous applause. Wait, did I switch to Akio's point of view? I didn't see any, text in the corner of the screen saying that it switched. However, Misa looks at nobody. She just leaps into the spider-like hug. Misa slips into what appears to be the control module of the robot. Even though the big screen, I can tell that Sumadagi has been activated. Its giant black body begins to stir. Black? That's purple. The spider jolts awake. Each of its sharp 6 legs begin to wriggle on their own. I can hear massive cheers, even from where I'm standing. Exoskeleton Company Hug Test Pilot. That's Misa's official title, her real occupation. Okay, I don't think we knew this before. She only started doing PR work after she gained attention as a test pilot. So having her pilot a concept model like this at a venue like the Expo is a dream situation. People are hyped. Sumadagi's noises can't be heard over the cheering of the crowd. However, as far as I can tell through the giant monitor, it's both fast and smooth in how it moves. In my head, I always pictured 6-legged robots as being unwieldy and slow. I guess I was just being silly. It skitters along the floor just like a spider would. Sumadagi smoothly makes its way across the booth. And soon raises one of its legs up high. After extending upward, it easily reaches a length of about 7 meters. Then immediately afterward, the leg forcefully whips downward. It tears right through the booth's partition. This thing is crazy strong. Those partitions are made of really hard resin. Yet it tore through it like paper. The entire venue stirs, then falls into total silence. But only for a moment. Screams immediately follow and panic ensues. A wave of people try to distance themselves from Sumeragi. People fall over each other, causing more screams and angry shouts. Oh my god. It's like, geez, the expo has now just turned into a chaotic mess now. The cameraman shooting the footage must have been knocked down. The screen only shows the legs of people fleeing. Whoa. Oh god. From amidst the throngs of screaming people, things that resemble missiles fly into the air. Oh god. Where are those heading? They spew smoke as they fly at terrifying speed like snarling fangs. They collide with the torso of the Konda Company's giant robot, Achillesmo. Yeah, there goes the... there goes that robot, I guess. Ah. Scarlet-colored fumes rise from it. The shockwave blasts through the inside of the expo arena. Booth walls and people are blown over. Pamphlets rain down from the sky like snow or ash. Did Misa shoot that? Did those missiles come from Sumeragi? That means it's loaded with live ammo. What is a robot like that doing in here then? But why? This is the expo arena, not a battlefield. Yeah, really. Why would it be loaded with live rounds? Was this the intent from the very beginning? Is this another incident like what happened to Mizuka-san and her hug? Or did Misa plan this? I don't know, and I refuse to accept either option as a possibility. Regardless, nobody can stop Sumeragi now that it's moving. All the people in the venue are scrambling to be first to escape outside. The robots on display have been left behind, abandoned. The only robot moving in the building is that black giant spider. It crawls along on its 6 legs, knocking down booth walls and tables one after another. The defenseless robots have their legs swept from under them before getting smashed by the spider's sharp legs. A missile pod emerges from its torso and unleashes a barrage of guided missiles with a thunderous roar. This is a massacre. It's a one-sided massacre. The best robots from around the world are being murdered. It's a banquet of madness. It's like, why would robots be murdered? Unable to fight back, these adorable, amazing, and cool robots are being reduced to scrap.
やめて。
I stand frozen in place as I hold my head.
お姉ちゃん、やめて。
It's like, Misa-ne is clearly not herself. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust. This time, it's the Runo Company's giant robot. It gets caught in the evil clutches of the giant spider, and is subsequently murdered.
止めなきゃ。お姉ちゃんを止めなきゃ。
How? How is Akio gonna stop her? Especially since she's in a robot now. What's going on? Misu would never do this. I know she wouldn't. Not of her own volition. But for now, I have to stop this spider. If I don't, the other robots won't make it out alive. I run to the Tanegashima Robot Club booth. Most of the people are flooding toward the exits to escape, so our booth is totally deserted. Wait. Our robot is outfitted to fight. So, maybe Kaito can fight the Sumuragi robot and defeat it? Just a thought. It's then that a missile soars overhead. It collides with the Expo Arena's wall and explodes. The entire building shakes violently. I can't help but stagger and crouch down on the spot. The roof collapses, causing dust and rubble to splash into the air.
お姉ちゃん、やめて。やめてよ。
I shout out and wipe my tears, then run toward Gunbill 2. Despite the chaos, our robot is still crouched down. It's not damaged. Nothing's broken. I look around for any sign of Kai, but it looks like we got separated in all the chaos. Hopefully he's on his way here. I take out my phone droid. I also have the kill balance system installed.
カツカツ起動。I have control.
We really need Kaito to take control of Gunbill 2, though. I turn on the power, awkwardly input a command, and watch as Gunbill 2 stands up. I have no idea how long the battery's going to last. It's impossible to operate it and transmit power at the same time. She needs Kaito's help. Without constant power from the laser beam, it'll stop moving after about 3 minutes. But even still, there's not a moment to lose right now.
他のロボットたちを助けなきゃ。お姉ちゃんを止めるの。お願い、ガンツクツ。うちに力を貸して。
It has no way of fighting. Except it really does. Its performance is nothing compared to the spider's abilities. But I'm the only one here who can do this. Kaito, where are you? I feel eyes on my back. I can also hear the sound of a low-frequency engine. It sends a chill down my spine. I turn around. My vision is blocked by the booth wall. I can feel the spider wriggling around behind it. I glance at my phone droid's monitor in order to see Gunbuild 2's field of view. And it's like all like smoky. There it is. Ah. Okay, here it looks black. The Sumeragi, with Misa on board, is approaching the booth wall. I brace myself. The spider's talon-like leg comes tearing through the booth wall. Its form is revealed through the opening in the wall. I'm scared. Is she chasing after me? Is Misa trying to kill me? It's like, why would Misa kill Akiho? I mean, even if she is brainwashed, why? Why would she do this? My legs tremble and I nearly sink to the floor. I'm so scared that I'm in tears. No, you can't back down now. Fight. You have to protect the other robots. You have to fight and stop that spider no matter what. I pull back and begin to input a command into my phone droid. Advance. Advance! Advance, advance! Ah! Gunbuild 2 approaches the spider. It has the advantage in height, but the spider is fairly short, so I doubt a punch from a Gekisai Daiichi will connect. But I have no other means of attack. I don't care if it's just for show. As long as it stops Misa, as long as it stops that spider. But unfortunately, inputting the command is difficult. Kaito, come on! Nervousness and panic make my fingers shake. I can't get it right. It's like my fingers aren't my own. Sweat from my brow drips into my eyes. I can't help but close them in pain. And before I know it, I'm trembling. It's then that the spider makes its move. It slowly raises its body. Supported by 4 of its legs, it lifts its other 2 up like a praying mantis. To make matters worse, the legs have what appears to be sharp blades installed inside of them. Blades. Okay. They have a faint gold glow to them. Gunbuild 2 stands still within the range of those terrifying blades. I feel a dull pain run deep inside of my chest. Oh no. She's getting an attack. Her fast forward attack. Oh god. It feels like an icy hand is gripping my heart. It squeezes tightly. This is the sign of an attack. But I don't have time to be worried about that right now. I have to do it. I have to get the command right. If I don't, Model 2 can't move. I know all of that, and yet the inside of my head is white. All I can do is hold the phone droid like a fool.
それはロボ部の魂がこもったロボットなの。
It's filled with the hopes and feelings of everyone who has worked on it, including Misa. My single-minded dream to catch up to my sister, even if it meant throwing Tanegashima away. That's why...
お姉ちゃんやめて
spider's blades glimmer. They cut through Gunbilt's torso from both sides like scissors. Gunbilt 2's upper body shakes and leans forward. It makes a terrible sound, like iron twisting. His body then falls over onto the spider. The impact crushes the spider onto the ground before stopping. Misa. Did that stop the spider? Gunbilt 2 just falling onto it? I rush over to the spider. I slip between its legs and crawl onto the torso. Somewhere, there must be a switch or something to open the pilot hatch somewhere. It's not long before I find what I'm looking for. I press the button and the hatch slides open, accompanied by the sound of compressed air leaking out. Inside is the unique standing cockpit. But unfortunately, even though I know I saw her climb inside, she's not in there. Misa is nowhere to be found. Where'd she go? She had disappeared without a trace, as if she was never here to begin with.
Action!
Oh man. So much destruction. Jeez. Without anybody inside of it, the venue looks like a battlefield. The rampaging spider hug stopped a few minutes ago. And with the sounds of destruction and chaos having faded from the expo arena, silence sets in. The giant robots that once stood proud in the building have been toppled over or destroyed. Oh wait, I think I'm back to Kaito's perspective. The colorful signs and booths from the exhibitors are covered in dust and grime. Large pieces of rubble and wreckage from the busted ceiling littered the showroom floor. You okay, Akio? Sitting in front of the wreckage of Model 2 and the crushed spider hug is Akio. She looks like she's in pain.
Aki-chan, 大丈夫? 怪我?
Her face is pale. She's clutching her chest and biting her lip.
まさか発作起こした?
Akio nods slightly. A part of me wants to scold her for running too much, but now's not the time for that. I want to be here for her, but evacuating takes priority. Who knows when more of the ceiling could collapse?
さあ、捕まって.
I turn my back to Akio and crouch down. I mean, Akio did it. She stopped the spider.
おぶってあげるから.
Akio obediently but weakly clings to my back. I make sure I have a firm hold of her before standing up. Now then, where's the exit?
ね、カイ、
Yes?
お姉ちゃんがいないの。消えちゃった。
消えた?
I glance over at the spider hug. The cockpit hatch is open. Misa-ne is nowhere to be found. I'd love to go looking for her right about now. But Akio takes priority right now. But I wipe the idea from my mind and begin walking through the rubble.
それに、お姉ちゃんがガンツクツを
Man,
あんなひどい。
I I saw everything. He did. The spider hug rampaged its way through the venue, sparing nothing in its path. Akio booted up Model 2 in an attempt to stop it, but she was easily beaten. Misa-ne destroyed the robot club's Akio's robot. She showed no hesitation. She had no mercy. I never would have thought Misa-ne to be capable of something like this. Misa-ne loved robots more than me, more than even Akio. But I don't have the time to think about that right now. Oh god, just look at the destruction from the outside. Jeez. I'm finally able to exit the expo arena with Akio on my back. My god. Outside, the throngs of people who evacuated have worried looks on their faces. Well, worried, scared looks, yeah. It's a pretty huge crowd. I can hear the sirens of ambulances and fire engines in the distance. Looks like there are some folks with injuries. All over the place, I can see people sitting and bleeding. There are also folks lying down. But more importantly, something is weird. What's weird? What exactly? Well, everyone is looking up at the sky as if we were all struck with the same idea. Is it a rocket?
空
Sora. Sky. Don't tell me a solar disturbance is coming. But that's not something you can see with the naked eye. Yeah. It has to be the rocket then, right? I put Akio down and look upwards at the sky, imitating everyone else. What I find is something beyond my wildest imagination.
なんだあれ
Huh? What is this, the Tower of Babel? It's a building I've never seen before. Actually, I hesitate to even call it that. It's some kind of enormous pillar? Maybe a tower? I mean, it certainly looks like that. Is that like hieroglyphs on it? The thing just suddenly appeared over the ocean in Odaiba. Over the ocean? It's gotta be at least a few hundred meters in diameter. I've never seen something this huge before. It stretches far up into the sky, so far that I can't see the top. Heck, it might even reach space! It's almost like a space elevator. Space elevator? What? The thought of it falling down comes to mind, which is enough to send a chill down my spine. What the heck is going on? First, the chaos of the Sumeragi robot, and now this. It's like, what in the world? I recognize the strange design at the base of the pillar.
頑張れるの最終話で見たな
Oh. So the final episode of Gunvarel is now starting to come true. Is that it? The bits and pieces that got leaked to the net. Among the scenes, I remember there being a similar gigantic pillar.
グランドオベリスク。
Grand obelisk.
グランドオベリスクだよ。
Akio's looking up in awe at the pillar piercing the heavens.
頑張れるの。最終はそのままだ。
こんなの昨日までなかったよね。
No? Akio weakly shakes her head.
あるわけないよ。だってアニメの中に出てくる軌道エレベーターなんだし。
Space elevator. Aside from the obvious, what exactly is a space elevator? I mean, like an elevator that just takes you up into space, I guess?
現代の技術力じゃとてもじゃないけど作れない。
So what, is the present melding with the future here or something? This is a lot to take in.
じゃああれは一体どうやって。
Yeah. It's like it just appeared here. Like out of nowhere. How was it built? Or are you saying it fell from the sky? Like the monopoles? Did aliens or something drop it down into Tokyo Bay? Yeah, sure, aliens just did a flyby and dropped a massive tower down from their spaceship. I checked the news 30 minutes ago, but there was nothing about any pillars. How could so many nonsensical things have happened since seeing Misa-ne? I'm losing my mind! I'm right there along with you, Kaito. God.
なあ、アキちゃん。頑張れるの最終話ってどんな話だっけ？
I'm sure it's hard for her to talk after getting an attack. But I can't help but ask.
軌道エレベーターのグランドオベリスクが太陽を砲撃して。
Shoots the sun. And that's what causes the sun to explode and make the sun envelope the earth. Because I remember that image. She explains, and her face begins to go pale as she realizes the correlation between what she's saying and reality. I mean, this is a reality that I wasn't expecting, and it is a doozy, isn't it? Hey.
地球は太陽爆発による太陽フレアで焼き尽くされて、敵もろとも壊滅を。
プロジェクトアテム。
Project Adam. Oh boy. Things are really, really coming to a head. The crowd begins to make noise. Everyone's in an uproar. Oh, whoa. The grand obelisk starts shining ominously. Went all yellow. On the surface, countless hieroglyphs pulsate. They are hieroglyphs, appearing and disappearing. Interesting. The giant pillar almost feels like a living thing of some kind. A cold chill runs down my spine.
まさか本当に撃つつもりじゃ。
Is that what it's getting ready to do? Oh no. A strange sound begins to ring out around us. It's similar to the sound of the ground shaking. But the ground is completely still. The waves aren't choppy either. It's not an earthquake. Then, is the grand obelisk making the air itself shake? The pillar begins to shine even more strongly. Right away, I grab a hold of Akio and shield her, trying to protect her. The warnings in the Kimijima reports. The leaked final episode of Gunvarel. Is it all coming true? I mean, it certainly seems like it. Is this what Project Adam is? As tens of thousands of people look on, the pillars stretching out into space. Right. Bursts with a flash so bright it can't be looked at directly. And the sky explodes into a rainbow of colors. Yo. Over to Misa-ne, okay.
ここで予定を変更して緊急ニュースをお伝えします。
Oh boy. Largest solar disturbance ever occurs in Kanto region. Oh god. All of that was very, very exciting. Man, I almost need a minute to calm down a little bit. Whew.
先ほど午後2時50分頃、関東地方に史上最大規模の太陽嵐が到達した模様です。現在、関東地方全域であらゆる電子機器が使用不可能な状態となっているとみられます。
Again.
太陽嵐には人体に深刻な影響をもたらす X 線も含まれている可能性があります。
Oh boy.
外を歩いている方はなるべく安全な場所に避難してください。こちらの映像は今からおよそ10時間前に NASA の太陽観測衛星ソーラーダイナミクスオブザーバトリーより撮影された太陽の様子です。巨大な太陽フレアが無数に発生しているのがわかります。今回の太陽嵐は2015年9月や昨年11月に到達したものよりも大規模なものだと予想されます。
Given how it happened? Yeah.
日本だけではなく世界各地でも被害が出ているとみられます。そちらについても情報が入り次第お伝えします。今新たなニュースが入ってきました。
Now what?
消防庁の情報によりますと、東京都港区お台場地区一帯が崩壊し水没の危機にあるとのことです。
Excuse me, what? The Odaiba district has collapsed and is going to sink?
太陽嵐との因果関係については現在のところ不明です。こちらはお台場に設置されたライブカメラの現在の映像です。首都高速湾岸線が完全に水没している様子が見られます。また奥に見える建物は東京万博が開催されている万博アリーナですが、屋根が崩壊しているのがわかります。お台場では東京万博が開催されており、今日も多くの来場者で賑わっていました。繰り返しお伝えします。今日午後2時50分頃、関東地方に史上最大規模の太陽嵐が到達した模様です。
バイバン、作戦開始時刻です。
Here's Aidi's voice again.
最終判断は GO!
And that's Misa-ne.
了解。ハッチ開きます。
ワイバーンより各員、これより作戦を開始する。
Was there like a secret hatch in Sumodagi or something? Phase 11, plasma sphere transistor. Oh god, who am I switching over to?
東京、ニューヨーク、ロンドン、トロント、上海といった主要都市はいずれも大規模な停電が発生している模様です。
Well, that was all super exciting and chaotic. Boy, shit more than just hit the fan, it destroyed the fan. So, oh boy, that got me reeling. Well, I'd say with that, I'd say this is a good place to stop for now. Lot to take in with what happened, especially with Misa-ne. I mean, I still think that she is being brainwashed. I mean, her boss, Sawada, is part of the Tavistock Institute, so there is that fact. Oh boy, I feel like Misa-ne is just a one big pawn in this massive game of chess. That's how I want to look at it. So I hope by the end of this that Misa-ne comes back to us maybe a little worse for wear, but in the end, for the most part, okay. That's what I'm hoping anyway. So I feel that Misa-ne could potentially redeem herself in the end. Hopefully. I guess we'll see. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this explosive episode here. And I hope you all enjoyed watching. And thank you all for watching as well. And if you enjoyed the episode and want to see more, like, favorite, and claw that subscribe button to become part of the pack. And as always, everyone, I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you may be.